Welcome back to Texas Top Homes, where home buying, selling, and financing are all simplified. I'm your host, Freeman Sawyer. With me is my co-host, Tracy Wiesman. Today we're visiting with one of Texas' top builders, Ronnie Carter with First Texas Homes. Ronnie, thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome. Good to be here.
So, Ronnie, can you tell our listeners a little bit more about First Texas Homes?
Sure. We're a privately owned builder. We're basically classified, I would say, as a custom builder on a production schedule, which means that we have floor plans that obviously we offer that have been successful over the years, and we allow alterations and modifications to those floor plans. Being the salesperson, it's my job to basically advise what can and can't be done, which there's very little that cannot be done. Maybe incorporate some of my experience and ideas into maybe what I'm hearing from the customer as far as their needs are.
Sure.
But another aspect of our business model that I find that is different than all of the builders is that the point of contact, me, the salesperson for the community, is also in charge of the design center, the construction coordination with the superintendents, as well as the closing. Okay, so we handle it from day one until the end, which allows you to foster a nice relationship with the buyer, and it keeps them from having to go out and meet various different departments in an otherwise how they would with another builder, so to speak. So it's kind of a one-stop shop type deal, with the added advantage of being able to tailor the specific home to that specific family's needs. Everyone doesn't have the same living conditions or the same wants and needs.
Sure,
that's right. Which,
I hardly believe there is not anything we could accommodate someone with. I mean, I very seldom have ever ran into it. Now, maybe the lots in that specific community will preclude them from doing something, but beyond that,
right.
I mean, it's pretty much what you want to do as long as it's, quote, legal, and
Sure.
and if they want to pay for the additional cost, we pretty much do it.
Yeah, so let's back up for a minute, Ronnie. So how many floor plans does a customer get to choose from at First Texas? I mean, is it hundreds of floor plans?
Well, each community has floor plans assigned to them based on price structure of the community as well as lot dimensions. Okay.
Correct.
Now, those plans obviously can be modified, as I said, but sometimes someone comes in and says, hey, I saw this floor plan in another area. As long as it fits my lots or my price structure, okay, generally the corporate office will let me build that floor plan in my neighborhood.
And customize it for that customer.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about customization, I think it's uniquely different at First Texas and at Gallery Homes, right?
Correct.
That if somebody starts out with a blueprint or a floor plan, right, you'll pretty much let them move walls.
Sure.
Right? Increase the size of bedrooms, bathrooms.
100%.
Garages.
Correct.
Is there anything you guys ever say no to?
Sometimes they'll protect they won't let them make a lot of modifications on windows on the elevation. They really have to protect their product, and that's about the only thing
for the curb appeal.
Correct. Now that doesn't mean we don't ever let them make changes, but that's the main one I've only ran into. I've actually only ran into it once. A guy really wanted to do something I didn't find it would be appealing, and President certainly didn't find it to be appealing, so they wouldn't let him do it.
Gotcha. And you talked about design center choices that you handle those. So as you're going through the sales process with someone, you kind of just start to see what they like and don't like.
Well, yes.
So you're able to help them pick their colors,
Absolutely.
their tile, their flooring, their fixtures. All that stuff is customized for that customer.
Well, not so much the fixtures, but we kind of keep it simple on that. But every community manager handles their process a little different. Me, I do try to get into their head a little bit so that I work my deals different than the last guy that was in here. I don't want to give away some of my techniques, but I try to get as much information out of them as possible before we do the contract, so that I could have as much in the original contract as possible, so that they're not in the design center spending additional money. That is my goal. Okay.
Sure.
I'm not saying that they don't choose things that are not, quote, standard.
It happens.
But I try to get that incorporated up front.
Right.
I just find it easier that way. And when you have a lot of volume, you need to get that room open for the next person. You don't want a 2-day long color meeting.
Right.
Sure.
I've been known to do a color with a buyer in 30 minutes. It's not that hard. It's really as hard as someone wants to make it. They kind of come in with an idea of the scheme that they're looking for, and you just tap into that, and then you just show them, hey, this works, because I've been doing it for 10 years, right? How many color meetings do you think I've done, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't build houses to suit my taste at all. I build them for what the market has told me, and being in Mansfield since 2006, I pretty much know what that market is looking for, right?
Yeah.
So that's my little, without giving away too much of my to my coworkers, so to speak.
Sure, tricks of the trade.
No
Right,
secrets.
you know,
Yeah.
That's good. Ronnie, give us your website.
www.firsttexashomes.com.
If somebody wants to call you and set an appointment to come look at some houses,
682-518-8081.